Alright guys, today I'm taking a look at a very small Bluetooth headset and charging case. So this is the charging case, and hopefully you can see that is the charging indicator there for the actual case. So these are the actual buds. As you can see right now, it's in pairing mode. I took it off of my phone so that I can show you this. But basically, when you pull these out of the charging case, they're going to automatically pair to one another, and then after that you're going to see one indicate it's in pairing mode so that both can be paired for your phone. So the cool thing about these, most of these small buds like this are not going to give you a lot of control. You have to actually utilize your phone to control them. And with these, depending upon whether you double click or hold down or triple click or whatever type of interaction you have with the earbud, it's going to allow you to control volume, track. You can do your assistant that's on your phone, and they fit into your ear. Let me just put them in one rather nice. So they kind of fit up against this portion of your ear, and it channels down into your ear. So you can see they're actually very good as far as staying in your ear, and they will block out a degree of surrounding noise. Obviously they're not going to block everything, but they're going to block some. And they only take about an hour to charge. You get about 4 or 5 hours of use out of them, and you can use one or both. And of course you can get audio and voice and everything in both. And when you drop them into the little charging case here, see it turns red to indicate it's charging, and it's a magnetic case, so they're not going to fall out. And when you first get these, make sure you peel the little covers. See those little leads right there? There's little tiny covers over those, so they're not going to actually charge in the case when you first get them if you don't peel that cover off. So you might not think they're functioning. Excuse me. So when this is closed, and this is the charging cable it comes with, it's not very long, about a foot probably. But yeah, this is actually relatively small, and you can see it's now blue, and it's charging the actual buds. So they only take about an hour, like I said, to charge. So they're actually pretty quick to charge. And if you use the case, you'll get 4 or 5 charges. So around 20 hours. So that's pretty good. It really depends on how charged you get it. And of course you have the indicator light to show you when it is plugged up and charging. So that's really nice. But with this little case here, you can carry these around very easily. So it's very portable. It's not very big. I've never held an AirPod to compare, but I guess AirPods are more this way. And I think these are pretty comparable overall to AirPods, just looking in videos and pictures. It looks very similar, I imagine, in size. I'd say it's basically the size of a AA battery. A couple this way, but height-wise. But they get pretty clear. They get pretty loud. They do stay rather clear, and they actually have like a little voice telling you it's connected or disconnected or what have you. So it comes with this little card here that has some tips, some information. It's kind of a quick start guide, I guess you could think of it like, and an email. And then they have a more thorough manual here. So if you have to put them into pairing mode because they don't automatically pair the way that they should, you can utilize this to reset them. And then they come with multiple size ear tips. I found the ones that were installed actually fit really nice. They're comfortable. They don't push or hurt, cause any pain. But you do have a little variety, 3 different sizes. And then this is the box they come in. Some specifications. So these are the latest, I guess the latest is Bluetooth 5, I believe. So the Bluetooth 5, you're going to have plenty of range, but obviously your phone is generally going to be on your person for the most part when you're using something like this. So it's not going to be a real big issue, but you should have the typical 33-foot range, no issue. The other thing that is going to work really well for a lot of people is because they stay in your ears rather well, they fit rather well, is they shouldn't fall out. You could probably use these for working out, and they are going to resist rain and sweat, so that's not a problem. Obviously you can't submerge them, you can't be swimming in them or anything like that, but they will give you the option to work out with them. And because they have a 4 to 5 hour, generally it depends on the volume level. The higher the volume, the shorter the actual life. So that's, you know, something to take into account that most people know or should know. But definitely something to take into account and keep in mind that if you crank the volume higher, you're going to get a little less time. But overall, the most impressive thing, I think, other than the fact that they do sound good and you know, get, you know, relatively loud, they have a little bit of bass. Something this small is not going to have a whole lot of bass, obviously, so you can't expect that. But they do offer, this is a glossy surface, so it is kind of a fingerprint magnet in case that's something that bothers you, just to, you know, keep in mind. But they're lightweight, so they're not going to bother your ears. They're not going to bother in your pocket. The case itself is actually very lightweight too, so it's not going to be intrusive in that regard, and it will fit into your pocket. I've already got a minimal wallet here, but it's not going to be super noticeable in your pocket either, because it's not going to be huge. So that's going to be a, you know, a really nice thing. And it doesn't come open, like I say, with the case itself, and then the buds themselves, because they're in there with magnets, not going to come. But when you pull these out, you'll see it automatically flashes. They automatically pair very quickly, and then it will give you the pairing mode. And then when you drop it back in, they're automatically going to go back to charging. So, really nice little set. I love the controls on the actual buds. Of course, you have to push them, but it's not that bad as far as I guess you can hear that. You'll get used to where you actually press them, because if you press them up here on the front, it's not going to work. If you press them back here on the light, that's where it's actually going to respond. But yeah, you can reject calls, answer calls, pause music, change your tracks, change your volume, all that right from the buds. So that's a really nice thing. If you want to find out more about these or just see any details maybe I missed that you're interested in finding out, you can actually just check the link below the video, find out more that way. And I honestly can't tell you how long the case itself takes to charge, because I just go by the indicator light. I never really pay attention to time. I plug it up, maybe go to bed or do something else, and if I see the light, you know, red flashing when it's charging, and you can see blue, so you can see the different changes, so you know what the status is. But that said, you can find out more with the link below, as I stated, and otherwise, thanks for watching.